It's parade time. We are going live here with Mayor Garnett Johnson, Sean Mooney, President of Irish American Heritage Society, and Jason Scherer as well, the President-elect. We're going to be talking about all things St. Patrick's Day Parade, the big celebration we have here in downtown Augusta that will be coming on Broad Street. We're pumped. We're going to talk about a little bit of history, the economic impact, and get some important updates from the mayor himself. We're very pumped to have this episode live. Check it out. Thanks for listening. And we are back, Season 2, Episode 15, everybody. Wow. And actually, we have some things to talk about that are time sensitive. So this episode will be coming out before 12, 13, and 14 as part of our mini Meet the Team series. And this is not a mini episode whatsoever. This is one of the episodes I've been looking very much forward to. We have three incredible, important cogs in our Augusta community here. No other than Mayor Johnson. Garnett, how are you?
I am well, sir. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, sir. We have Sean Mooney, current president of the Irish American Heritage Society. How are we doing, Sean?
Doing great. It's an honor to be here.
Yes, sir. And then we have Jason Scherer, the president-elect, that will be taking the reins in 2026.
Good evening. How are we?
Good. Also, I want to make a point. The winningest Aquinas announcer in Aquinas history, right?
And Augusta University volleyball, basketball, and baseball. But who's counting?
No one's counting.
And why isn't this episode 12 then?
Because we had to expedite.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Said we need to get this out before the parade because we're here to talk about the parade. And so it's no secret. Mayor Johnson, this is your favorite parade.
Absolutely is. Always has been throughout my childhood. It gives us an opportunity, especially me, to be Irish and celebrate in your history and your legacy. And as mayor, man, it has been fun. Not only as mayor, but as a candidate, it's been a lot of fun.
You started. We have the Garnett rule. I think I've talked to you about this a little bit in the past. The Garnett rule with the parade. So for those who don't know, when my first years as the when you were a candidate,
that's right,
and I was in control of the parking lot. And someone in your camp called and said, "Hey, we need to enter in for the parade." And I said, "Okay, perfect, $25." I'm thinking a golf cart, Nope. It was multiple golf carts, a tractor, 2 moving trucks, all beautiful green and blue. The green and blue platform that you ran on. And I remember thinking to myself, I said, "This guy is going to run away with this thing at a landslide. No one stands a chance. This is incredible." And here you are a few years later, and it worked.
Yeah, so thankful in that we were able to relay a message to the voters that resonated, and we were elected mayor and super excited about it. And just to note, the only parade that I was thinking about when we were planning our campaign was the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
I love it.
I think we put everything we had in that parade and had a lot of volunteers. So thank you for having us, and thank you for not charging us for every vehicle.
That's quite all right. We have to let a few of these entries slide with the gas car, and that would be incredibly expensive for them to all get involved. So it's more of a side joke than an actual rule. I will never forget that. So let's start, Sean, Jason. Let's talk a little bit about real quick the St. Patrick's Day Parade. What does it mean to you guys?
Yeah. Well, to me, as president this year, it's really the culmination of 4 years of hard work. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of team members that are board members, volunteers, chairwomen. And for me, I think it's one of the highlights of the season. And as the president this year and getting ready to roll off next year, it's really, like I said, a culmination of hard work. I'm really looking forward personally to riding in my convertible with my 2 little kids, Harper and John Henry, and my wife, Kelly. And when my family was Family of the Year many years ago, I remember looking up at my parents and thinking, wow, this is really cool. And I think that our parade, especially if you remember, it's just one of those things where you feel your faith, you feel your family, you feel your heritage all in one day. Mm-hmm. And that to me is what I'm looking forward to.
And Jason, former parade chairman as well, few
yeah,
years.
The St. Patrick's Day Parade, to me, I've been to every single St. Patrick's Day Parade, starting when I was, 3 years old. Been the parade chairman for 7 years, worked on the parade. Now that we're here as the vice president, it means a lot knowing there's a different amount of work that's gone into it as my son called him on the watch.
That would be the family part.
Yeah, that's the family part. But no, and having my son, being part of it and watching me, I watched my dad. My dad ran the parade for 7 or 8 years in the early 80s. That's how I really got the bug to really be involved in the Irish American Heritage Society and know that one day I was going to help run this parade. And I did for 7 years. And now that I'm on the other side and vice presidency and the amount of work from the society as a whole that goes into it, it's really meaningful. St. Patrick's Day is kind of the end of our year. Sean wrapping up his 4 years as president, he's going to probably feel like a NASCAR driver that won the race, jump out and get out of the car and really be excited because he's done. Like that's really the last big thing as the president that we have to finish up and bring to the finish line. And so it's a nice sigh of relief. But for the city of Augusta to be involved in the biggest parade the city puts on, the longest parade that we do every year, the most attended parade, everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day, the amount of people that come out, it's just absolutely mind-boggling knowing that I was in charge of it. You are in charge of it, and I'm so proud of you and happy to carry on your family's tradition and the tradition of the Irish American. It's just such a great day for the city of Augusta, Mr. Mayor, and just to see everybody get out and have a good time and all over downtown Augusta, and it's just such a great day, and we can't wait for March 17th.
Excellent. Mayor Johnson, are you walking? Are you riding? What's the plan for the parade this year?
Traditionally, we've walked.
Y'all walk?
We kind of like walking the parade route to get an opportunity to engage with the citizens and really enjoy it. I think parades are fun to me. I really enjoy them.
It's a good time. It's going to be on a Monday this year. This is going to be the year. Last year we have it on Broad Street for quite some time. It's going to be a couple years. There's a lot of work being done. It's exciting, and we're really pumped. We're going to be coming down the 11th Street corridor, making a turn at Mellow Mushroom and Metro Coffee House. Hopefully they've got the sense to get some Guinness taps out there. You can step off and grab one and come back out. I think you could pull that off. Yeah. I will try to myself to pull that off. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. So from a parade perspective, parades in general, the celebration of the culture, what exactly does this bring to the city of Augusta?
I can't tell you how much of an economic impact that it has.
Okay.
Just the number of visitors that come to our city, that stay in our hotels, that patronize our restaurants and our bars downtown. It's certainly a help to our city as we collect the pennies and the dollars and the sales tax dollars that allow us to do so many things throughout the community. Just to cheer in the goodwill that it offers. Everyone's always happy on St. Patrick's Day.
They are.
People tend to get off early and start their evenings earlier. Regardless if it's on a Monday at night, I assure you that you will have a full parade route, and our restaurants and our bars that are not traditionally open on Monday, I assure you they're going to be open on March 17th. So it's truly a benefit to the city and the state of Georgia because this is occurring not only in Augusta, but Atlanta and Savannah and throughout our entire country.
We are the second largest parade in the state of Georgia.
Yeah.
Where do we rank nationally, Sean?
We are one of the largest in the Southeast is the title.
One of the largest in the Southeast.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah. To the mayor's point, we've worked with Destination Augusta, who is our convention and visitors bureau, to kind of get some accurate numbers. And they've really helped us along the way to kind of figure it out. And I think last year, the 2 Saturdays, we hovered around 40 or 50,000 participants.
Wow.
Or patrons. Which is really exciting. But, as the mayor said, last year we weren't on Broad Street, but we really do owe a great deal of thanks to the traffic and engineering as well as the sheriff's office for getting us back there because we do want to be really good community partners. We recognize, it's not just about us, it's also about the business it brings. So bringing it back to Broad Street and the communal effort to get it back there was very greatly appreciated.
I love it. So tell us about this. So what are the city of Augusta are in, I'm sorry to beat a dead horse here. We had this hurricane come through and it's created some challenges. I understand that E.R. Snell is coming through to do a lot of tree cleanup this month downtown, but what can the citizens of Augusta expect from the road projects over the next 3 years?
They can expect a lot of changes.
Okay.
We've talked about this for a lot of years. I served as chairman of the Augusta Metro Chamber, back in 18 or 19. I served on the board starting around 2011 or 12. And we've been talking about these TIA projects for that long. now they're finally coming to fruition. And we can't stress enough to the residents and the citizens of Augusta remain patient, and that this is a process that's going to be with us for the next 2 to 3 years.
Right.
And it's going to be a lot of disruption.
But it's something we should be really excited about.
Yeah,
really,
we really should be. The long term, you should be really excited. But I know a lot of people having a lot of anxiety regarding the short term repercussions. How does it affect my business? How does it affect our ability to have parades? How does it affect my normal commute into getting into downtown? So those are a lot of things that we're taking into consideration. What is the parking going to be like post the renovations and the new downtown streetscape project? So we're having a lot of conversations about that, but I assure you the long-term repercussions will be beneficial to the city of Augusta, and it's going to look great.
I love it. And that's we got that going on. We have the James Brown Arena. That was the biggest thing with our whole parade this year was, are we going to have that parking lot that we typically have used for years and years and years? And we're working with McKnight on that, and we got the great news a couple weeks ago, and talking about some fist bumps. A lot of fist pumping. We're very happy with that. The 7th Street corridor is going to be available. We're going to have you guys. Y'all came last year and grilled out, and that was a lot of fun. So we're going to have you guys right on that road ready again. Have all the bands come out. If any of the bands are listening, the band directors for in the schools, please show up before 2:00 this year. I would much appreciate it. But there's a lot of good things really coming together this year, and for me personally, as the parade first year parade chairman, a lot of transitory things. So I have a lot of the leadership for the society for helping step in and step up and making this happen. And of course, Mr. Ustry up down at Traffic and Engineering, massive help. George Edenfield, massive help. Lots of community leaders have come together to make this parade special. And it's going to be a really special Monday parade, and we're really excited about it. So we have a few. We went out and had a few listener questions go out from yesterday, and so we have some people that have some questions that they want you to answer while you're here.
Well, I'd love to answer.
Absolutely, Abby Grace.
All
go ahead.
right. So if you could prescribe every Augustan to do one thing for the next 30 days, what would it be?
Well, the first thing is to take part in one of Augusta's best parades that's being offered. March 17th, the Augusta Irish American Society puts on a wonderful parade. And I would state that the parade starts before the parade. It starts when the families and the floats gather. And as a spectator, as an adopted Irishman for the day, I'm always amazed at the family lineages that are connected through this great parade and everything that you do throughout the community, just to see the kids and the grandparents and all the families and the great food and fellowship. So we're really excited about that. So within the next 30 days, we're looking forward to celebrating with the Irish.
All right. So what are the economic impacts that the hurricane had on Augusta?
Yeah, that's a fairly easy question, and it's personal to me in that we're today day 157 since September 27th. I recall every single day, almost by the hour, and that day is a day that we lost 7 lives in Augusta, Richmond County, 31 throughout the CSRA. 31 folks. Think about that, between Richmond, Columbia, Burke, McDuffie, Jefferson, over in Aiken and Edgefield counties. That's a lot of CSRA residents. The fortunate part is we're making progress. As you can imagine, this was the worst storm in the history of our city. It impacted people in a lot of different ways. Well, we're making progress with cleaning up. We'll still having some of those who are in our most neediest communities to continue to struggle. I'm saddened when I go to neighborhoods and people are still living in houses that have trees on them, or they have tarps, and they don't have any place else to go. So tomorrow we have a meeting with Governor Brian Kemp. We're going up to, of course, ask for some help for not only Augusta, but this region. And if we can continue just to bring and tell our story about where we've come from and where we're headed, because the national media kind of lost us, and that this storm was so large, it affected Florida, Georgia, both North and South Carolina, and most of the attention was towards Asheville, North Carolina. And Mayor Edna Manheimer and I, we've talked, and they suffered greatly, but so did we. And we want to make sure that we stay on the minds of those that are across this country and in the state of Georgia and South Carolina.
Yep.
Okay. One person wants to hear a little bit more about what's happening with the James Brown Arena.
Yeah, that's easy. So, everyone said it's a big hole right now. So the James Brown Arena, as we remember it, is no longer there. It's just a big hole to where, as James Brown Arena, the original design kind of took it subterranean underground. The new design, there's not going to be a basement per se. It's going to be ground level and higher. So the new design is going to be very visible from the skyline because it's going to rise, 30 or 40 feet higher than the previous arena. According to the group and the board members of the Augusta Richmond County Coliseum Authority, we're on schedule for that arena to open perhaps in 2027. So we're wrapping up the final process of demolition. We're filling that big hole, and we're going to start site preparation and moving forward that I would expect in the next couple of quarters. So we're really excited about it. And it's going to be a great venue. We have ice hockey that's coming. Along with ice hockey, I'm going to go ahead and make this public. We're going to have a nice practice facility somewhere in Richmond County. That's important.
Wow.
Because, ice hockey needs a facility to practice in, and we want to make sure that our community takes advantage of that too. So it gives us another economic development opportunity.
Amazing. Awesome. Okay. Last question. What are you most excited for in Augusta for 2025? This is a Matt Kelly question.
Oh, you took my thunder.
I tried to give you the eyes. You didn't get the eyes.
I was wondering what that was about. Yes. What are you most excited about for Augusta next 12 months is what we say.
I'll tell you, today we just had a discussion about how we make Augusta better. As you know, our government is comprised of a former marriage between the former city of Augusta and a former county government. So Augusta and Richmond County kind of consolidated in 1996. Since that consolidation, we've never had the ability to take a look at our governance and how we govern, how we create a more efficient, more effective government. Consolidation was supposed to bring all of those things together, consolidating two entities into one. They thought there would be a duplication of services. They thought there would be opportunities to kind of bring a government within scale, but it never happened. This Charter Review Committee will give us an opportunity for the first time in almost 30 years to do that. That's going to occur in 2025 in the next few weeks, and we're excited about that. And this is game changing.
That's a big topic.
Big topic.
Wow. Yes, that's been a big topic on a lot of citizens' minds throughout the few years, and good. That's exciting. That excites me.
Yeah,
I'm pumped. I'm across the river, and I just get to watch this whole thing, but I'm pumped.
You should be in that. Now we especially need it. As Augusta's growing, you look at what's happening at James Brown Arena. You look at all of the great tier projects that are occurring downtown, and there's just this renewed sense of optimism as to what we can become if we had a government that's conducive to adding some benefit to the taxpayer, make sure we keep taxes as low as possible and create more efficiency in our governance so that we kind of stay out of the way besides keeping the roads clean and paved and providing the services that we need to provide and creating what I consider a world-class government to assist in all of that.
I love it. It's going to be an exciting few years. Your current term.
The current term, I am 2 years into a 4-year term. And so I will be up for re-election next March. No, qualifying's next March. Election will be in May. So, we're going to have a grand time in the St. Patrick's Day Parade in 2026. You guarantee it.
$25 entry fee. You got it. You got my commitment here.
You got it.
Maybe it could be $75 by then. We'll find out.
We are really excited and looking forward to re-election. And we're excited about everything that's happening in the city.
Good. Well, I'm personally here happy to help support you. I think you're doing a phenomenal job here. And before we get off this episode, I want to hear from you guys. Y'all been quiet over here. There's something that Jason, you mentioned at the Grand Marshal Ball that I just really liked. I really, really liked this, and I want you to say it again to all the Irish American members who are listening in about the involvement in the parade this year.
So one thing we've really focused on this year is trying to get more people in the parade. For those of you that are listening that are members of the Irish American Heritage Society, I really want you to be in the parade. As the mayor said, this is the Irish American Heritage Society parade in Augusta, Georgia. And as someone who's participated as much as I have in the parade, we've really got to have people in the parade. If you wear a sash, if you're in our society, be in the parade. We're going to be the very front of the parade, I believe, this year, leading the parade, letting the people of Augusta know about our society and who we are as a society. You know, I was just thinking, you know, Mr. Mayor, as you talked about the family, and Sean, we talk about family. I've got a picture at my house of my dad and your grandfather planning one of the first parades.
I need to see that picture.
You do. It's a great picture. And
might come over after this and come check it out.
Absolutely. And we really just want people to be in the parade. You know, there's a lot of people that have, over the years, have kind of made it a tradition to be on the sidelines and watching the parade go by. But participation in the parade is a big thing that we're really focusing on this year. So I really am looking forward to having the full 500 plus members of our society be in the parade. You know, as we mentioned, we might not have the biggest parade in the state of Georgia, but I believe, Sean, in your work with the Consul General, we have the largest Irish American Heritage Society in the Southeast by numbers.
Yeah, we have more dues paying members than any other Irish American group in the Southeast.
Wow.
So
incredible.
We are incredibly active. And to Jason's point, I mean, this parade goes on with the support of all of our volunteers and all of our chairmen. It also goes on with the support financially. We talked about this earlier today when we spoke before the commission, but the commission funds a grant through Destination Augusta that helps us to put on the parade. We also have sponsors this year. I'm going to go ahead and mention those. That's Village Deli, Cantina and Locale, Donate Sperm, and the Destination Augusta. So, you know, we've got great community partners who love to help us get that parade going. And so, you know, there's a lot of people that show up and they need to be in the parade, just like you said.
And Matt, I've got some bad news for you. I think we all know, as we got the politician in the room, you've seen pictures of presidents when they leave office, the aging that occurs. You got a beautiful head of brown hair, a beautiful head of hair right now. As the one who ran the parade for 7 years, I got some bad news for you, brother.
You're going to lose some of. You know, I heard something a second ago. I need to repeat it. Did I miss something?
No,
with the sponsors?
Oh, no, you heard it.
I heard it. Okay.
Yeah. We have 3 sponsors. They're all great.
Okay.
They're publicly listed and available on the Irish American Heritage Society Facebook posts.
As well as our website. That is a really good point. So
we love all of our sponsors.
For anybody who's listening and wants to register before the parade, our website is iahsaugusta.com, and you can find parade information there. That's where everything will be most current, including our list of sponsors.
Can I share one of my favorite moments about the Irish American?
Let's end on that. I love it.
It's John Walsh. So I was contacted by one of your great members, who's also a former president of this organization, and said, "Mr. Mayor, I got a problem. We got a statue that sits on a piece of property that's unavailable to us, and we'd like to honor him. He's an Irish American. His name is John Walsh." I said, "Well, let me find out and see what I can do." And at our federal, I don't want to call it a compound, but at our federal courthouse, there's a statue that sits behind the gate, and I reached out to the Honorable Judge Dudley Bowen and the Honorable Judge Rainey Hall, and I said, "Well, there's some great folks that want to have access to this statue." And he said, "Well, this is, of course, a secure, gated facility. However, it's open to the public anytime." So he has allowed us, for at least the last couple of years, to lay a sash and have a ceremony on the federal courthouse's property. And I think I was the first mayor in probably a long time to do that, and we're really excited about it. I'm looking forward to participating in that again this year, because Mr. Walsh is a former senator and a former mayor. City of Augusta.
March 14th, the ceremony will be held.
That ceremony will be on the 14th at 11 a.m. And as you said, I mean, it is a big ceremony. It's grown quite a bit.
It really has.
He does get a full sash.
He does.
An Irish American sash. And he also gets a green top hat, which I do not envy the gentleman who puts it up there, because it is quite high.
I've seen it done.
But it's very impressive.
They throw it up there until they get it up, and they get a ladder and place it.
It's a tall ladder, and I'm honored to be a part of that ceremony, which is great. Learning more about our history.
I love it. Well, this has been truly a special past half hour. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming on, taking time to do this. This came in on an evening to do this. Mayor Johnson, thank you very much for that. Appreciate your time. Sean, Jason. We're all looking forward to a fantastic Monday parade. March 17th starts promptly at 2:00. Once again, if you are a parade participant, you can go on to the iahsaugusta.com to get, and there's a clear tab at the top. It says parade. parade. You click that, you register. It's a $25 entry fee. Please arrive before 2 o'clock. We begin staging at around 10, 11 a.m. There's a little bit of tailgating that goes on, a lot of prep. We will have someone there. You'll enter in on the 6th Street entrance of the James Brown Arena parking lot. Quick note as well, there will be not a lot of parking spaces this year. So unless you are handicapped, clearly elderly, or a direct parade participant, we ask that you do not park your personal vehicles. The only vehicles that should be in that parking lot are, once again, handicapped, elderly, and directly involved parade vehicles, such as towing trucks and all the other crazy things that you guys just love to bring. So we're looking very much forward to it. Mayor Johnson, thank you. Sean, thank you. Jason, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Let's have a great parade.
Do it.
We'll see you on Saturday.